All right. Hey guys, Hector here for another rendition of Hardstyle Live. A little bit of a different background, as you can see. We've got a hurricane coming to Corpus Christi, but nevertheless, we're still going to do this. House is boarded up. We can pray for the best. But I'm here with my good friend Yoana Teran. She is a professional strength coach. She's actually been in the fitness industry all her life. Since she was 15 years old, she's been active, exercise. It's just been a part of her life. But professionally, she started coaching in 2005 when she received her level 1 certification with Pavel, who is the founder of RKC, and which is now StrongFirst. She officially became a team leader for his organization. So what does that mean? She basically literally travels the world and teaches people about strength and how to be strong using body weight and kettlebells. She is officially the country leader for for Mexico. What does that mean? She runs the education on strength training for StrongFirst, body weight, kettlebell, you name it, for Mexico. So she travels the world teaching people about strength training. Yoana, thank you for taking the time and to meet and hang out with us for the next half hour.
Thank you very much, Hector. I am a fan of your show. I cannot believe that this is real, that I'm actually in your show. It's like crazy, but thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm sure that the world is dying to know, like, how did all this get started? We know that, you know, where you are today, it just didn't happen overnight. I'm sure lots of hard work, years of practice and ups and downs. And tell us a little bit about where you came from and how it all started.
Okay, I'm originally from South America. I born in Venezuela. I grew up in Chile, but I have several years living in this beautiful country of the United States. I am the youngest of seven, six girls and one boy, and I'm coming from a very unique family because we are a big family and everybody fitness and exercises is huge. So I open my eyes and already have all my sisters and brothers moving around and exercising. So really, I didn't have another option. One of my sisters is huge in my life because I think not only I was affected by her, I think all my other brothers and sisters really got impacted by her. Her name is Francis, and she always believed in me and each of my sisters and brothers and say, come on, you can go. Sometimes she'll write home and say, hey, this is your number. What does that mean? Well, it's your number. This weekend you are going and run 12 kilometers. I haven't even trained. Come on, you can do it. So she's huge in the family, and I thank her because it impacted my life in health and fitness.
Nice. So what kind of led you to consider this as a profession? Like, you know, this is something that I would like to do professionally.
Well, when I was 7 years old, I say I want to be a physical therapy. At 7 years old, I knew it, that's what I wanted to do. When I was 22, I became a physical therapy. However, life brought me to the United States, and at that time, I married Francis Naima. He's an incredible strength and speed coach. That is what I came to the United States. We got married in Venezuela, but we decided to move to the United States. And at that time, I didn't know the difference between hello and hi. And people say, hi, Joanna. And I say, what did he say? He's saying hello to you. Oops. Oh, hi. So at that time, I couldn't really get my license and become physical therapy in the United States. But I have been always into the sport medicine and into the sport fitness area. So I decided to start going into fitness studios and gym and start making my life here. And one day, Franz came with a kettlebell, and I said, this man is crazy. What is he having? So I started using it. I learned for 2 years, practiced by myself. And in 2005, I decided to go and attend the certification. I met Pavel, and right there I said, whoa, now my career started. When I saw the principles about strength and about health and about fitness, I said, okay, now my career is started.
That's awesome. Fantastic. So that happened probably in 2005. And then you mentioned, becoming a team leader in '07. So what was that journey like? Like that from 2005 to 2007, your Pavel promotes you to team leader. Like what kind of, I'm sure many responsibilities and many different, things come along with that. Tell us about that journey to team leader, and then eventually moving your way now to country leader for Mexico and in education. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a really responsibility. It's a huge responsibility. Until today, every time that I'm going to teach a course, it's Pavel. It's representing Pavel. It's representing StrongFirst. It's helping others to become strong, mobile, flexible. Because sometimes people say, "Oh, you have to be strong," and we think about lifting heavy things. No, it's also about mobility, breathing. It's a lot of things behind. So it's a huge, huge responsibility. So at that time, I was married to France. And we created a very, very nice team together, and I started putting courses to teach the principles of a StrongFirst. So since we became a StrongFirst, I started putting courses in different places: Brazil, Mexico, Venezuela, and of course here in the United States. So we wanted to share the information with everybody. And
Sure.
Every time that we hear that Pablo is in Seattle, let's go to Seattle. Pablo is in Los Angeles, let's go to Los Angeles. So
Yeah.
we wanted to be, we want to be in the community. It's an awesome community.
Absolutely. I know that was my same experience when I went to my level 1. I was supposed to go in 2010 in Orlando, but I had a jiu-jitsu tournament the same weekend. So the next one wasn't available until I went to La Jolla in 2011. And you actually led the workout there. I'll never forget it. You led a workout, and it was a kettlebell complex, and everybody in our group was like, "Who is this evil person?"
I think I was also pregnant at that time. I was leading.
You were. I remember you saying, "Come on, guys! Like, I'm pregnant. I can do this. Why y'all getting so tired?" And then we're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yes, that was fun. Incredible. It was a super fun time.
You mentioned something that stood out to me, and I think a lot of people get confused with this simply by the name of the organization, StrongFirst. Many people think like, all we care about is strength, and all we care about is strength training and not everything else. And I think they confuse StrongFirst with being strong only, because I know that being around professionals like yourself who move really well, and health, flexibility, speed, coordination, all that is of great value. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, definitely. It's true. People think that it's just lifting heavy things from the ground. And I do that. I teach people how to lift safety, heavy things from the ground. However, before we do that, and we're getting to that point, we must work in flexibility. We must work in mobility. There are so many people that they say, "Yoana, what happened? I have the best nutrition program. I have the best exercise program, but I'm not getting the results I want." Okay, how are you sleeping? Let's see, how are you breathing? So if we go into a StrongFirst website, you can see a lot of the material is just about breathing, mobility, flexibility. And of course the strength, but we cannot become strong if we don't, if my shoulder doesn't move well, or my hip doesn't move well, or my knee. So if I don't have that mobility, I am just calling problems. I'm calling issues.
Right.
I'm calling.
Right. Nice. Yeah, that's it's definitely, I think it's refreshing for people to know, because there can be like some confusion, like, all you care about is strength training. So one of the things you've been getting into lately is you've been traveling quite a bit, teaching kettlebell courses. You've been teaching bodyweight courses. Tell us about that. Like, so now, I mean, you helped run a very successful business in San Diego, and then you kind of parted ways because you had a different, whatever was going on for you that time. But now you're traveling quite a bit. Tell us about that journey. I'm pretty sure, because for most people, like, oh, travel the world, that's something exciting. Well, now you're actually living it. Tell us about that.
I love it. I really, really like it. It is not too easy, but I think it's just fascinating. It's not easy in the way that now I'm single mom. I have two kids, so I need to really be very smart with my time. So the traveling gave me the option to really impact more people. So I go and I teach workshop, and the most interesting thing is that these courses are open for everybody. However, 80%, 90% of the attendees are coaches. So it is just amazing to be able to teach these principles to coaches because I know that they are going to go and use this information with their clients, with their students. So how amazing it is that I can help others without even being with them. So it is fascinating to be able to just go into a course and I wish always to film how we started and how we ended and
Yeah.
just see the smile of people, how, wow, I didn't know that I was able to do that. Or I didn't know that I have a problem in my hip. I didn't know that I needed to put my knee this way and that way. It feels so good. So just to get those comments, every single class, every single course, it is just a blessing.
Nice. So you mentioned, I think this is another thing some people can confuse. So these courses, even if you're not a strength coach, even if you're not like a personal trainer, you can attend these courses.
Correct. It is amazing. Like I have one, this was a very unique course because I have an athlete that he represent Mexico twice in the Olympics. I have one of my students, like a regular student that wants to just be healthy and stronger. And I have coaches that were attending the course because they are looking for the certification. So it was a very, very unique course, having an Olympic athlete, having a regular student, and having coaches. And everybody did fantastic. So the course is done in a way that is open to everybody.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Let's see here. One thing that I'd like to touch on, which is something that I'm pretty sure is a great topic of conversation, are busy moms with children, as just like yourself. You're a busy mom with two kids. You successfully had two children. Were able to continue to strength train. You're also the author of Kettlebell Mommy. So tell us about that project. What was your main vision when you put that product together? What were you trying to do with that?
Okay, when I got pregnant, really, I didn't know that I was going to put together a book and share what happened. But I think the project came because people ask. When I got pregnant, I started sharing videos and how I was feeling, what I was doing, and I got different comments from people. Like if people say, "Wow, good job! You are awesome! You're an awesome mom! You are still training! That is amazing!" However, I also got comments like, "How is possible God bless you? How is possible you are going to become a mom? How is possible you are training that way? How?" So I really got like two different words. Like, oh my God, these people are so excited about what I'm doing, and these people, they don't say nice things about it. However, I have an incredible doctor, and my doctor say, keep training, keep doing your kettlebells, keep doing your strength training, keep doing. So she encouraged me. So at that time, when I saw those two different words, I say, I have to share this. I definitely have to share this. So I put together, I wrote everything that happened with my first baby and with my second baby, because even like I am the same person, both pregnancy could be very, very different. So, I put together a book, and I'm so happy with that book because not because I wrote it, but it came pretty good. It came pretty good. So the book, I know that it's touching other people's life. It's so funny because a lot of men buy the book. It could be trainers that they don't know now what to do because now they have this, the client, and they say, oh my gosh, she's pregnant, what I can do. So they buy the book. Or actually, of course, moms they are buying the book, and the book is selling everywhere. So it's fascinating to see that at least my book is in each continent. So it's exciting.
I have one of the books I think that you wrote with Franz. It was Revolution Kettlebell or Revolution of the Kettlebell.
Revolution Kettlebell Fat Loss Program.
There you go. I bought that one probably, oh man, it was 4 or 5 years. I bought it a long time ago, and that's a great book. So good job on that one, you guys. That was a really good one.
Thank you.
So yeah, so the kettlebells for moms, for busy moms, et cetera. I think that is something that is, because we've worked with several women that, became pregnant and became very concerned because maybe they thought they would hurt themselves or they thought they would hurt their baby. But, if you've been strength training for some time, it's perfectly fine and healthy to continue.
Correct.
Yeah, I know myself, we have 2 children, and we're able to train my wife up to like 8 months pretty much safely. And then we had to transition to some body weight, and she recovered quickly after the pregnancy. So it's definitely important. So thank you for sharing that, and keep that going, because that's a project that is needed out in the community. So let's change gears a little bit, and let's talk about like some future projects. Like, what are some things you've got going on? How can people find you? How can they connect with you to hear about you and to work with you?
Okay. I am located in San Diego. I went with Franz a studio. I sold it. He's still running it, but I use different locations. So I really adjust my time according to my students. So, hey, Yoana, I want to train with you. Okay, where do you work? Where are you located? And let's find the closest locations to train you. So I'm very happy because gyms and studios open the doors for me to be able to use their facility and train students and make them stronger. However, I also I teach the courses, so that is my main goal. I really want to get even busier with the courses, StrongFirst coaches, because I believe that is a very good way to help more people. So a couple of weeks ago, I was in Miami, and next month I'm going to Mexico. In December 2nd, I have a StrongFirst Kettlebell course here in San Diego. So that is the direction that I want to focus at this time. However, I also do online coaching. So like we're doing right now. So I coach people like that. I design programs. And I also have is Yoana Online Fitness. It is a website, very, very simple. You become member for just a little bit, because I believe that fitness should be something available for everybody. So this website, people become member and they hear from me every week, receiving workouts, training sessions that they can do at home, they can do at the gym. It's a very, very good system for also coaches that they teach group classes, and sometimes, wow, what I'm going to teach today. So they become a member of Yoana Online Fitness, and it's very simple because every week they're receiving a training session and they can take ideas from there, or if they don't want it and they want to take the whole class, they put it together in the class. So I help them to make their life easier.
That's awesome. And also, I'm sure people can find you on Facebook, right? They can like your page on Facebook.
Yes, I am Yoana Teran on Facebook. I am Yoana Teran on Instagram. And yeah, yoanateran.com is my website. And I have those other ones. Kettlebell Mommy, of course, to get the book. Yes, a lot of things going on, but very, very excited.
Awesome. So busy mom, traveling the world, teaching people about strength training, a successful published author. If you had to go, what are some things, if you had to go back and do it all over again, would you change anything?
I would do everything the same way. I believe that everything, even with the downs and up, I believe that I needed that. I needed that
Sure.
to be where I am. And I know that hard times are coming. And I know I'm trying to be the most positive person. And a huge believer that everything happened for a reason, and it happened for a better reason. So I think I would do exactly the same. Of course, if I knew it, you can kind of move around, but I say, hey, you have to do it again. I would do it, and I would take my downs. My downs help me to be where I am right now. And
yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So I think a lot of women or you know, my wife particularly, what kind of advice would you give to women that have had a couple of kids and they're struggling to, you know, lose that the baby weight? They're struggling to get back their you know, their body that they had before having children to increase the confidence, et cetera. Like, I'm sure that you went through, I mean, you had 2 children, you went through the same exact process. What advice would you give to women that are struggling with this same thing?
I would say listen to your body. It's huge. You must listen to your body. Sometimes we have little ones, we don't even sleep, but you can place different exercises through the day. So the grease and group, that technique works amazing for busy people. So when I get super, super busy, and I know that I'm not going to have too much time to squeeze my session, so what do? I go and I do, let's see, 10 squats. And I do 10 squats right now, and I go. When I have the time again, I do 10 squat more, or push up, or whatever it is. So I keep moving through the day, and I do a few repetitions, but through the day. It's not like oh my goodness, I need 1 hour, or I need 35 minutes to train. No. Just squeeze a little bit through the day. Another thing, when you take the kids to the park, take advantage. Don't just go and see your kid. Interact with them. Go on the monkey bars. Do things. Move with them. Play with them. You will be burning a lot of calories, and you will become stronger too. You are moving your body. So I would say listen to your body. Eat healthy. Whatever you don't eat, or you think that it's not healthy for you, it's not healthy for your kids either. Right. So don't feel it's so hard, Yoana, to be to eat healthy because I have my kids. Okay, the kids shouldn't be eating that either. So eat healthy, keep it easy, listen to the body. Before you have kids, get as much strong as you can, because that will make a huge difference to have a healthy pregnancy and a faster recovery. Listen to your body. Listen to your body.
Excuse me. You mentioned something that, of course, is the number one. You know, it's the most important piece of any kind of lifestyle or fitness routine, and that's the nutrition side. And I'm sure. Because I come from, a Mexican background, you come from South American, Venezuela background. It's very common for us to say, well, my family, they make such good food and it's hard for me to not eat the food. So if you don't mind, tell us, would you be interested in telling us a little bit about like your nutrition regimen? Like what are some like simple things that some women can do to start, I guess, that getting on track towards eating better? Like what are some things that you do?
Well, I can share with what I do. I am not a nutritionist person, and when I have a student that needs some nutrition help, I definitely refer to someone. But to share what I do, I listen to my body a lot. So I eat a little bit a few times a day. So I don't eat a huge plates at all. I try to keep very low carbs, but to be honest with you, I eat whatever my body is asking me to eat, but the portions are very small. And I do often, so I never are really hungry, because if I get to the point that I'm hungry, oh my goodness, whatever is in front of me, I will eat. Yeah. So the key is don't get hungry. Eat a little bit. Be sure that every time that you eat, on your plate, you see some vegetables, you see some protein, and you see a little bit of good carbs. But if you see 3 carbs on the plate and just protein, I don't think that is balanced. So keep a balance of your meals. Don't eat too much. Eat it slowly. Eat little portions. We think that we need huge quantity of food. What really we don't. And especially when we are pregnant, oh my God, you have to eat for 2. For 2, you don't have to eat for 2. You just need a 300, you need 1 peanut butter spoon. That is the extra that you need. So we need to be a little careful about food, because we don't need too much food to eat daily.
Sure. So let's talk about the nutrition side. So eating smaller portions. I mean, that's awesome tips there, because especially for women that are pregnant, they think, well, like you said, I have two, I've got to eat for two now, when you really don't. If you just worry about consuming for yourself, the baby will get those nutrients as well. So what about, so now women have, they just had the baby. Now they're trying to get active. What are some like stepping stones? What are some workouts they can start with to get everything moving?
Yeah, in Kettlebell Mommy book, I have all the exercises that a woman should do after having baby. It's all depends or it was a natural delivery or it was a C-section. So there are things that we must be sure that everything went well and see how soon we can start moving again. For example, when I have my first baby, I wait 6 weeks before I start moving again, because the doctor said you must wait 6 weeks. I said, well, I must listen to the doctor. However, with my second baby, I asked the doctor, why did I need to wait 6 weeks? I said, well, Yoana, you were 9 months and everything is more flexible, so the possibility that you can get hurt are very high. So is that only the reason? Yes, that is only the reason. Well, I will listen to my body. I know what to do. So if I'm careful and I know that I can get injured, so I don't want that. So if I put the right exercises, can I start tomorrow? And she said, yes, you can definitely start as soon as you want. So bingo, 48 hours, I have my baby, I arrive home and start swinging some bells. Of course, I wasn't swinging the 24 kilo. I wasn't swinging the 20 kilo either, but I was hinging, I was using my hips, I was bringing my heart rate up. And 28 days after, boom, I recovered myself. I lost all my pregnancy weight and I was breastfeeding my baby. That is huge too. So it's just listen to your body, have the right program, and you can start as soon as the doctor say go. But have a very good communication with the doctor and find out what the reasons are that you need to start in 48 hours or 2 weeks or 6 weeks. So it all depends on how pregnancy was.
Sure. That's and a lot of this information they can find in your book, Kettlebell Mommy.
Oh, yeah. The book, it gives you all the routines that you can do through pregnancy. However, every day is different. So the book gives you a lot of information and training sessions that I did. But again, listen to the body, see the routine. Wow, this looks really good. I feel good doing this. You do. And after you have the baby, it gives you all the exercises that we should get immediately in. And also, if we are breastfeeding, we have to be careful, because if we work out and we train and we need to feed the baby after that, the baby is going to say, I don't want that milk, because we have been sweating and the milk tastes change. So the book explains to you when is the best time to feed the baby and to train, because the milk taste is going to change and the baby after is going to say, I don't want that milk. And we don't want that. We as mom, the best gift that we can give to our babies is breastfeeding.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you can't break what nature, with what God created, Awesome. So, as we're getting towards the end here, Yoana, what would you tell someone, like a closing thought? What would you tell someone that's struggling, because and I know we work with so many people that start, they stop, they start, they stop. Maybe they think they can't do it. Maybe they don't have the right support. Who knows? What encouragement would you give someone that's struggling with either getting stronger or losing weight or chasing their dream to become a professional strength coach like yourself? What kind of encouragement, what would you like to leave somebody with?
Well, you just say a very important word, dream. Keep dreaming. Dream and dream and go for it. If you want to lift whatever quantity of weight you want to lift, if you want to lose whatever quantity of pound you want to lose, you can do it. Believe in yourself, get a plan, get a certified strength coach, put together a program, get your notebook, keep it simple. Keep it simple, simple. I always tell my students, I am not in the entertainment business, because some people want to just be entertained. Oh, let's do swings and now burpees and now this. I am not in the entertainment business. I am into the strength training business. So keep it simple, listen to your body, keep dreaming, take a notebook, and find a coach that can put together the right program for you.
That's awesome. Fantastic. That's great information. So guys, that's pretty much it for us. We're coming up on the half-hour mark. I try to keep these pretty short. So if you guys are interested in learning more about Yoana and how you can work with her, you can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her at her online website, which is Yoana Fitness Online. And then I highly encourage you, which I will be getting myself, is look into Kettlebell Mommy. So whether you are a mom that has had children and you're trying to get stronger for yourself, or even if you're a professional coach, there it is, Kettlebell Mommy. If you're a professional coach, I'm sure that you can find some excellent gems in this book that can help you with your students to guide them safely to, achieving their goals. So, Yoana, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for your friendship, and guys, we will see you next week for our next episode of Hardstyle Live.
Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
Hector. Thank you.